Today's topic is probable cause, the second lowest standard of proof in the series on the 5 standards of proof most relevant to law enforcement. I'm Steve Serbalik, and I'm a panel attorney with ASCOPS in Arizona. As always, this is a topic summary and not legal advice, so if you have questions about your specific circumstance, make sure that you consult a lawyer. To briefly review the 5 standards of proof most relevant to officers in order from the lowest standard to the highest standard are reasonable suspicion, probable cause, preponderance of the evidence, reasonable likelihood of conviction, and beyond a reasonable doubt. Last week, I covered reasonable suspicion, the belief based upon facts that a crime may have been committed and a specific individual may have been involved in the crime. And today's topic, the second standard to meet, is probable cause, which is information sufficient to support a prudent person's belief that a specific individual committed a crime or that evidence of a crime or contraband would be found in a search. The concept of probable cause is directly mentioned in the 4th Amendment of the United States Constitution, which says the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause. So, diving in deeper, probable cause must be supported by some articulable facts and the circumstances surrounding those facts that are sufficiently strong to justify a prudent and cautious person's belief that the facts are likely to be true. In other words, probable cause means that officers are required to consider the totality of the circumstances in front of them. So, as your investigation develops, probable cause can actually disappear if you learn facts that tend to show someone did not commit a crime. And officers have a duty to consider those facts when deciding whether to proceed with an arrest or to seek a search warrant. Now, despite the common understanding of the word probable, in Illinois versus Gates, the Supreme Court made it clear that probable cause only requires a substantial chance or fair probability of criminal activity. A better than even chance is not required. So now that you know some background about probable cause, I'll cover 2 very common applications of this standard. Probable cause is required for a warrantless arrest, a decision by an officer to make an arrest, and for the issuance of a search warrant or arrest warrant, decisions that are made by a judge to issue a court order based upon a review of sworn testimony. Now, under certain circumstances, officers can conduct searches based upon lower standards. For example, subjects who are on probation have a far lower standard than probable cause in order for an officer to conduct a search of them. But generally speaking, probable cause is the standard to look for when seeking to search someone, beyond a reasonable suspicion pat down, or to place them under arrest. Additionally, if a subject consents to a search voluntarily, then officers can conduct the search without reaching the standard of probable cause. Finally, remember that probable cause is a higher burden than reasonable suspicion, with an officer needing to articulate a high enough probability that criminal conduct is occurring to make the intrusion into the suspect's privacy interests reasonable. And even if you meet the standard of probable cause, without a solid case supported by admissible evidence, prosecutors won't be able to convict anyone. Next week, I'll cover the preponderance of the evidence standard, which is the standard used in most civil cases and in most internal affairs investigations as well. I'm Steve Serbalik. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there. If you're interested in watching another relevant video, click up here. And if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, click down here, and then hit the notification bell to receive messages when new videos are posted. Videos are posted every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Arizona time.